Oh no. Oh. I don't believe you're introducing this the day that I talk about waifu simps in the Persona fandom. I cannot believe this. Like a boy who won't stop asking you out. Yes. There is another word for that. There is another word for that. You know what that word is? Morgana.
I need an answer.
I can't believe there are actual mainstream video games now that have the that ask you to define salty as an academic question. Sweet taste, no. So what kind of connotation would salty have in that context? I wonder if it's negative. You know, the funny thing is, like, there's a failure dialogue in Ace Attorney Investigations 2 when I was fan translating that involves a piece of evidence that involves salt. And they talk about, like, if you keep talking like that, you'll make the salt come out of my eyes. It's like a salt joke. And when I was doing a fan translation on that, I did not actually know the term the slang term salty at that time. I was very out of touch. And if I had known, I would definitely have made a salty joke there. Like, and if that was an official Ace Attorney game, it definitely would have done that. Because, like, that would have been translating, like, the Japanese joke. It would have been an equivalent joke. Like, you know, a joke that refers to the word salt. That means, like, you're making me feel bad. Like, it would have been the perfect translation. I wonder if the localization team did insert salty in there. I haven't gone around intentionally failing. Because, like, one of the cool things about Ace Attorney Investigations as games is, like, unlike the generic courtroom fail dialogues of most of the games, in general, every single, like, testimony or present that you can fail on in investigations because you're not in court has its own unique failure dialogue. Which is pretty cool, but it was also a lot of work for us and the team to fan translate. Frenemy, I wonder who we know who fits that description. Definitely not anybody starting with A. Yeah, that word does kind of sum up Joker and Akechi's relationship. But yeah, we've kind of had enough of that by now. Thankfully, we're in a situation where Akechi has no reason to backstab us. Or so we think. That'd be fun, but I'd like it more if we blew off some steam and mementos. But we're not going to go in there just yet. Firstly, we're actually weirdly going to be doing a Haru hangout today.
I should write something.
Before I forget, I have to check here. 5,000 yen. I believe that's a tiny profit on what we paid to get into the lottery. Pretty sure you're guaranteed to win in the third semester, but it's a very small profit. So let's grow some earth beans this time. On the 26th they'll be ready. Okay then, now let's hang out with you.
Good day. Hey.
So let's go somewhere fun. Normal people visit her. Well, we have to take her to Tsukishima. Here we go. The monjiyaki shop. Yeah, the place where we did that stakeout of Mini Kamoshida all the way back. Ryuji's very strange rank 7, which still I found one of the weirdest rank ups in this game. Yeah, I guess she would never have been to a place like this. It almost looks like the Celebration guy and his girlfriend are here. Yeah, I would say you need to be careful not to get burned at places like this. I mean, some of the meats at these places do look kind of raw sometimes, but they're probably still good. That's a lot of bowls next to us. Have we gone full Sumire here? Ren has inherited her bottomless stomach. Well, I mean, if you're cooking for a giant, you could maybe use this. But we're gonna just put it up in our room, like we do with most things. This should be the last room decoration that I need. Speaking of things I need, I do need to remember that I have to get Akechi's next baton pass rank up soon. No, when it's this cold out, it's best to go to Mementos. Yet more shogi matches being covered. I wonder if that's a reference to Castle in the Sky. Okay, let's set up that giant spatula. That's a lot less flashy than I expected it to be. Are those shelves full now? No, it looks like there's a space in between the king piece and that cup. So maybe I have missed something. As always, I'm saving before doing this. I actually recently bought the Live Alive remake. I didn't have time to play it in 2022, but I probably do now, and I was just reminded of that because there's one chapter in that that's structured basically like a traditional fighting game. I'm kind of curious to play that to kind of see how the Street Fighter style is translated to a turn-based JRPG. Speaking of Street Fighter, I played a little bit of Street Fighter Alpha. That's like one of the main ones I played. Plus the Street Fighter 4 port on the 3DS, because it's like the only, it was like the only good game on 3DS when it first launched. The 3DS did get a lot better though, eventually.
Oh.
It was kind of like the Magikarp console to me, because it had a pretty awful launch. Okay. So that's a Hadouken motion. Follow-up is backwards Hadouken.
Oh.
I'm a lot better at these than I expected to be.
Okay.
They go by pretty quickly if you know the combos, and I'm doing them on the D-pad. I just personally think that's easier than on the control stick. Usually when you're doing like fighting game inputs on a stick, it's best to have a stick that locks into specific places on the controller, like on a GameCube controller, or in most fight sticks. That's another reason why I've never really been into a lot of fighting games. You often need to buy one of those professional fight sticks to actually stand a chance, because a lot of them on console are not designed for traditional 4-button controllers. Although I feel like I've talked about this at least once before on the channel, maybe when I was doing the Street Fighter stuff back in Smash Ultimate, but there was a GBA port of Street Fighter Alpha 3, I think, and like you had to press like 2 buttons and then L or R, I think, in order to do a heavy punch or kick. Like, it was a little bit insane to do that with just A and B buttons.
What do you want to do?
Unfortunately, there's really not much we can do with our classroom time now, so I'll just make some more infiltration tools then.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure how tanned leather goes into a Megado bomb. Maybe it's like the outer casing or something. I actually have enough materials to make a second perma-pick. That's amazing.
That's annoying.
Yep.
Tomorrow, huh? Well, I guess that's why the guide goes to Mementos then. We get a real blizzard? The kind that pierces protect because of a glitch in Pokemon Platinum? I still just don't know why that happened. Because Thunder would do that too. It was definitely a bug and not, like, intentional. Like, during their weather conditions, like, you know, rain or hail, they would have a chance to pierce protect equal to their ordinary miss chance. So, there must have been some strange quirk in the code that caused that to happen. Yes, Ryuji is relegated to flower protection duty. He must volunteer his body to stand above the flowers and shield them from the cold. Yeah, it is only going to affect Mementos. I do wish weather affected palaces as well. That would have been kind of cool.
What are your thoughts?
But yes, the deadline is coming up, but today we have a very momentous occasion because she's not texting. Okay then, I guess that's my punishment for not romancing her. But yeah, we're actually going to be doing Sumire's final rank up. Don't worry, we'll do it very soon. We just want to make sure you're on, I would say, even footing with everyone else, but actually no, because everyone else has third tier personas and she doesn't. Yeah, so, on the subject of third tier personas, yeah, the other party members who haven't got them yet will get them eventually. But that doesn't come until a bit later.
Nothing matters more to me.
Yeah, that right there, like, that kind of line is sort of, it implies it's a line that makes more sense on her romance route.
Thank you.
Kind of reminds me about how Sumire has that one voice clip in English that's "my love," which she says like even before she supports Crom. I'm pretty sure it was a lot more of a neutral voice clip in Japanese.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
But this one is fully voiced, by the way, as always.
It looks like my coach is yet to arrive.
And just a quick thing here, if you have seen, because you can see it by this point, Maruki's ending for his reality, they actually made an error with her leotard in the, I believe it was the Japanese version. It actually got corrected in the English version in that ending.
I'm usually so nervous when Coach Hiraguchi watches my performance.
You shouldn't be, she's an amazing coach.
Partially because she's worked with me for so long. That's why I don't want to let her down. But today I'm excited about this. Thank you. When you compliment me like that, I feel like everything's going to turn out well in the end.
Yeah, once again, this is that whole dependency issue that I worry about with romancing her, even though I haven't in this run.
Thank you for making time to observe me today. I really wanted to get an unbiased evaluation from you.
You got a good look on your face today, Sumire.
She even has different outfits. Like, seriously, for an NPC with such a small role, she is one of my favorites.
Yes, ma'am. I'm confident in the routine I'm about to perform.
Well, at first glance, I'd say you look like you've got it all figured out. But I'm here to gauge your performance, not just let you brag about it.
Off the top of my head, I don't know who voices her, but it could just be the appearance. She reminds me of Sumire from Three Houses.
Now, begin.
Ryan Bartley is her voice actress, and she's Sage in Sonic Frontiers, Candace in Pokemon Masters and Corina, Ileana and Peony in Fire Emblem Heroes. Okay, yeah, since it's that far, she's definitely not Sumire.
Ma'am.
Even her starting form's changed. Could this be your doing?
Yeah, see, I like to say it's all Sumire.
You two are cute together.
And yeah, this line, I did mention before that like 99% of this is exactly the same, even on the non-romantic route.
All right, let's start. Thank you for watching.
You've grown so much, Sumire. I'm sure this is no surprise to you, but the path to international success will be harsh and relentless. Are you ready?
Absolutely. I will be #1 in the world of gymnastics. I will make our dream a reality.
Glad to hear you're so sure. With your natural grace and dedication to reach the gauntlet, no matter how far it is from your grasp, Your dream is no longer impossible, and you're the one who decided that, not me.
Huh?
You didn't even realize it, did you? Today's the first time you've told me you will win on an international level. Until today, you'd only tell me, I hope I win.
Oh,
And am I correct in believing you weren't alone in this mission of yours?
Coach. Yes, that's right.
It's good to hear you have someone who really understands you in your corner. Your performance today truly was impressive. I'm looking forward to your next lesson already.
Coach Hiraguchi liked my routine. You're probably right. I'm kidding, of course. Thanks to you, I feel like I've finally found the answer I've been searching for, as well as discovering what's most important to me while performing. I genuinely can't thank you enough.
I don't even know which one of these to choose. They're all pretty good.
You're quite the gentleman.
But something told me she'd like that one the most.
I'm sorry for repeating this to death, but I really do need to say it again. I'm so grateful that I got to meet you, Senpai. I've learned all sorts of things from my time with you. Now, I can show everyone how I really feel, and the two of us can take the crown of the gymnastics world.
I am thou, thou art I. Thou hast turned a vow into a blood oath. Thy bond shall become the wings of rebellion and break the yoke of thy heart. Thou hast awakened to the ultimate secret of faith, granting thee infinite power.
You know, since this is the last time we'll be hearing that monologue, even though it should be obvious by now, I can finally say it. Yes, that was Lavenza giving those monologues the whole time. Except for, I believe, Faith Rank 5 and Faith Changing in Maruki's Palace. I think it was Laura Post doing those two.
All right. All right.
But before the Second Awakening, we now have the last ultimate persona, and what an ultimate persona it is. Maria is based on the Virgin Mary, Mother of Jesus in Abrahamic traditions. While prominent in Christianity, she's also venerated in Islam as the greatest woman to have ever lived. Mary is the source of interdenomination controversy in Christianity, as some sects of Catholicism ascribe dogma to her such as the Immaculate Conception, the belief she was born free from sin, and ascending to heaven while still alive, that Protestants generally reject. Mary has been the subject of a lot of artwork. Her design in this game mostly takes from statues such as the Pieta in St. Peter's Basilica, and one from the Basilica de la Sagrada Familia in Barcelona. The statue contains a few hidden references. The lion, hawk, and bull are part of the Tetramorph, which represent courage, wisdom, and power, as well as the angelic order of cherubim, while the fish was a symbol commonly used by early Christians in Roman times. As a bit of historical trivia, she may be named Maria rather than Mary here because of Portuguese. Since Japan's first contact with Christianity came through Portuguese missionaries, a lot of their Christian terms, including their word for Christian, are Portuguese loanwords. But Maria's usage as the ultimate faith persona may be a reference to her role in the game Shin Megami Tensei 9. Saying more would spoil the plot, but there are a few parallels between it and the third semester, so I'd encourage checking that out. But where this game is concerned, Maria is a fitting reward for maxing out the last Confidant to open up. Her trait is Ave Maria, which reduces the cost of support skills by 75%. Even this late in, that's still outclassed by Lucifer's. But that's a good thing, as I'll be getting to in a moment. Maria is kinda set up to be the ultimate healing persona, but her high magic actually makes her able to run offensive magic builds decently well. Though she has 3 exclusive skills that all heavily skew her towards healing. Holy Benevolence is the only multi-target revival outside of an item purchasable from Takemi at rank 10. Holy Embrace restores 25% of Joker's max HP every turn, while Holy Whisper restores 15% and also 15 SP. She also gets Invigorate 3 to enhance the SP regeneration, Salvation for full healing, Heat Riser, which is not the best, especially if you have Yusuke's ultimate persona, and Angelic Grace to increase her defensive ability. But there is an application of Maria that may not be entirely obvious. Remember when I said back in Ongyorki's bio? This trait is truly busted in the hands of a different ultimate persona. Yep, this is that persona. By passing the trait Demon's Bite onto her, and then passing down some regenerate skills, you can have a build where Joker recovers 100% HP at the start of every turn. Combine that with Firm Stance and Enduring Soul, and Futaba's Confidant abilities, you will never need to worry about game overs again, as long as you keep Maria equipped. Since Holy Embrace and Holy Whisper can't be transferred, this build is entirely exclusive to Maria, and it's pretty fun against super bosses. When itemized, Maria gives an accessory that lets anyone use Medea Rahan or, much more interestingly, Holy Benevolence, a rare occasion of a persona signature move being usable by anyone in the party. Other party members get limited use out of multi-target revival since Joker going down is always a game over, but it's still an interesting novelty.
This is the new me. I finally found it.
All right.
Vanadis is another name for the Norse goddess Freya. It means the dis of the Vanir. Dis are female ghosts or deities associated with fates, while the Vanir are a group of goddesses associated with fertility, wisdom, and foreseeing the future. Freya literally means the lady in Old Norse. And as a goddess, she's associated with love, fertility, and war, similarly to Ishtar or Cybele. She wears a cloak of falcon feathers, which you can see reflected in this design. Freya rules over the heavenly field where she receives half of those who die in battle, the other half going to Odin's Hall Valhalla. Vanadis also has a chemical element named after her, vanadium. Sundrion's evolution into Vanadis is weird because she doesn't gain any elemental resistances. The only thing this evolution does from a mechanical standpoint is teaching Evade Curse. This, and the fact that by the time you reach Sumire's rank 10, her third awakening isn't far off, leads to Vanadis being one of the least memorable ultimate personas.
Oh, here's an idea. Why don't you join me on my tour, Senpai?
We could do like gymnastics X parkour routine or something.
It'll be you and me and Kasumi. All three of us taking on the world as a team.
Do we even have a passport? I don't even know.
Seriously? Then we can win together internationally. professionally, and you'll become the world's best coach.
Oh yeah, that could also be a thing. However, I get the feeling that next year we're going to be a little busy with stuff. Also, you may or may not get isekai'd into Helios by then.
I'm kidding. No matter where I perform, even if it's on the other side of the earth.
Or if you were going by the name Yunaka and performing as a thief.
It feels like you'll still be there, watching over me. I really do believe that with all my heart. Thank you so much for coming out to support me today. I really hope we stay as close as we are on our way to the top. Boy, my body's still so jittery. I feel like I need to keep moving.
I definitely do get this feeling, like after a big exercise routine.
Senpai, please join me in a bit of extra training. We'll start with some basic stretches. We're going to do a full routine, so I hope you came prepared.
And so, Joker's body was not ready and strained a lot. Okay, evade curse. Where can I put this? I don't even think it's stacked with Ali Dance, actually, but I still like to keep these. And I just gave her Arms Master. Yeah, here's the thing, like, Dear Rahan, it's sort of more of an emergency thing, especially when it's just you, her, and Akechi, but now that we have proper healers back, I don't think she needs that anymore. You might notice that I got the Thieves' Den award for maxing all the Confidants, but I didn't get the one for doing all of the Platonic routes. That's because in this file, I didn't reload and do Makoto's Platonic routes. So I don't have that, but I have both the Platonic and Romantic route awards in my 100% file that I will be showing off at the end of the series, because there is a reward for getting 100% of the Thieves' Den, but I wouldn't... It's not necessary to go for on your first playthrough because some of it's a New Game Plus only anyway. But yeah, the way that I recommend doing this, I've said many times, is to go, do all the, save before rank 9 of all of the romance options, and then rush the route you don't want to rank 10, reload, and then do the route you do want. That way you can get both of those awards, whatever. You can get both of those in the same playthrough if you do that. Now this right here, a lot of fans really hate this, and I'm kind of in that boat. For some reason, she goes back to tying her hair up, and most people prefer her with it down. Some people think it kind of invalidates a lot of her arc too, because she's just going back to looking like Kasumi. It's kind of annoying that she does this. And it stays in the ending too, slight spoilers, regardless of whether or not you, max out her Confidant. It's kind of dumb. Maruki is now creating his own TV channels. Now, I will say, this right here is a real stigma that still exists, and it needs to go.
Now then.
Yeah, it's like, they're all like, no, we shouldn't get help because it'll make us, feel weak and stuff. And I was like that for a long time in my life, and I wish that I had seen therapy earlier than I did. A hero from your childhood who hangs out in a cafe. Well, it's, for once, I'm thankful that they're thinking the PTs are old news, because otherwise we'd be in real trouble. But okay then. I could finish off the retro games today, but we're going into Mementos tomorrow, so, and I believe the day after that we're going back into Maruki's palace, so you know what? I think now is the best time to finish off getting every party member's baton pass ranks up. Oh, I thought that I chose the start of this place instead of Penguin Sniper. Anyway. Yeah, I still love that arc. This might be one of the last times we see them, actually. He's even following us.
I should write something.
He knows. He knows what we're trying to do here. And finally, I'm gonna have to save because I want to flex on him this time with a triple 20.
Welcome.
I need to remember where it actually is this time. So yeah, everybody's ranked 2 except Takechi and Futao, but she doesn't have a rank for this.
Thank you.
So here's slang that I found. Any's room or any's house. The number 1. I don't know why. Also, any's attic is double 1. Baby ton is a score of 95, usually by scoring 5 19s. Though we don't get 5 throws in this format. Baby fish is a 130 checkout, triple 20, and bull.
Oh.
There we go! Finally got it. Ton 80. 3 in the bed is, I believe, all 3 darts hitting the same triple. Which, again, it sounds very British for some reason. Like, I can just imagine, like, a darts game with, like, a very British accented announcer going like, "Oh, wankers 50," when hitting like that. Apparently, a Baskin Robbins is a throw with a total score of 31.
Yes!
Also, there is a Japanese term listed on this darts wiki glossary, Ichigo Byo, which literally means strawberry disease, but Ichigo can mean 1 and 5, which is what Japanese players use the term when they aim at 20 but hit a 5 and a 1 alongside the intended 20. So it's the equivalent of the English term breakfast for also hitting 20, 1, and 5.
I see.
777 is a character in World Ends With You, actually. I thought for a second that didn't land on it. It was like right on the cusp, and it didn't sound like a very dramatic sound effect. But there we go. Did not lose to Akechi.
I see now.
And sadly, you have to do his in 2 goes because it's impossible to have him finish. No, let's not deny Morgana. Let's go 701 again just because.
For real?
As for the slang, a hot toddy is a player who throws well despite being intoxicated.
For real?
Double 20. I don't think I'll be able to do 3 though, because then it'll probably be a
I
bust.
see.
I doubt he'll set
This is
things
where
up so that
I
I'm
come in.
able to do a 3rd triple 20. Or triple 20. Nope, definitely no triple 20. Oh, I should have played 501, because apparently completing a game of 501 in 9 throws is the minimum possible way to do it. In fact, I don't think it's really possible to do that in a team game, though. Single 6. Okay, then. I'm having to hold my controller at a very weird angle for this. My wrists hurt with this. There we go. Did not embarrass myself in front of Morgana, because he probably would have taunted us about that for the rest of our lives. Yeah, it's a very rare event to complete a game of 501 in 9 throws. There's often cash prizes for professionals throwing that.
This is good.
So with this, I believe I'm going to be getting the maximum proficiency bonus out of this, but it doesn't even matter anyway.
I'm finished.
That should do it for now.
I love Grumpy Akechi, he's great. Not quite as good as Navigator Akechi, who is still the best Akechi. And then there's also Crazy Boss Fight Akechi is also amazing. And yep, nothing to read, so just napping. I probably should have planned that out better and actually left a couple of books for those train reading sessions, but
Morning.
I like having everything done early. Unfortunately, no ski trip in Persona 5. But we are going to be going to Mementos to see.
Hey,
And yes, Mementos is going to be quite different this time. Though we've had the opportunity to go in during cold before.
Let's go. Hello, Senpai.
And I'm gonna leave this as a cliffhanger because, yeah, next time I'll be starting Mementos and I'll start it here in the hideout. So I'll see you all next time when we find out what this conversation is about.